It's going to be Take Flight versus Pick Me Up. And I'm personally looking forward to this game as well because I saw Take Flight earlier on in my beginnings here at the VSS. So, and a little bit about these guys is, back in the day of week 27, they came 16th, but even last week they came semis. They're definitely making statements here. So they're going to be playing
Ah.
versus Pick Me Up.
So that was week 32. I believe we're on week 33, if my memory serves me
Yes.
correctly. Good. Okay, that's better than my day-to-day life in IRL. But online, I can get the dates right. Hopefully, the teams have as well. From where we are, they really want to kind of try and chase the dragon of what they got last week from Take Flight. Some good players there. Bossy, definitely one to watch as well from what we've heard, and I know from your previous experience and what you've seen, some really hot players with the one taps in the server right now.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I know I've seen Denya before, and I mean, Bossy is kind of that big player to watch on Take Flight. And I'm a big fan of Bossy because I know last time he definitely pulling up numbers. I don't think they pulled the map through in the game that I was commentating, but definitely showing his abilities. So looking forward to this game. And I mean, a little bit of history, obviously, from Bull Squads, right? I mean, even Pick Me Up. I mean, they've been around. They've been, 16th placing before, both week 29 and week 32. So seeing if they can push it through, but we are still in the group stage, and now we're here on Ascent, and things are about to start here momentarily.
We will be taking off. Take Flight. All the punts incoming. Watch out. First round pistol has been unveiled, and a couple of those next. And the push, the classic up catwalk, is getting more popular, where mids congestion, get it out of the way early, spill the first blood, and see where it goes. Lots of bloodshed, though. 2 players removed, and look at Singularity, so wounded.
Yeah, a lot of damage already being exchanged, and they're already losing 1 player each from both squads. Take Flight actually was trying to take the fight to them through middle, so trying to see what they can find. And they're doing the damage, they're doing the frags, but now will just be viewed by himself in this marketplace of the site. So going to be posted up. He is going to be the Cypher, so does have some camera, does have some information there. He does have the one-way cage. I believe he is going to use it, but now the players from Pick Me Up going to be pushing the way through in the site, so no fight from them. So now a 4-on-4 situation. Singularity going to get this spike down right now.
Spike
It's going to be a retake server for pistol round, so hopefully there's been some practice from Take Flight on their retakes. Viewed a lonely dude just hanging out in Boathouse and just heard all the opponents come into sight and waiting for the cavalry. The cavalry comes in. He's got to start these trades ASAP.
Oh, and that's so big. Look at those sprays coming in from Jaylee. That's so big. And now Valen finally replies back, making it a 2-on-3 situation. But the HP is quite low for Denya, down to 44. But now Recon Bullet going to be giving away that position. But now Valen by himself needs to find more. But Fizzy gonna find the body of him. So Pick Me Up, take that pistol round.
Round fizzing out, courtesy of Fizzy and the gang. Pick Me Up, picking up the first and Take Flight. Valen, with eyes on Valen and as well as the other players we've mentioned, really played super well so far in VCS, and keep your eyes peeled on the side of Take Flight. It's incoming attacks. 1-0, and from Pistol, what's next for the team? Let's have a look at the economy. What are they going to do?
Yeah, and we've seen before, I mean, the second round seemed to be, those big points where like it can be taken away from the team that wins that pistol, but we'll have to see and Take Flight do a bit of a gamble stack towards A, so now Pick Me Up. Kind of read this like a book. I mean, they've now got site control, and that's going to be viewed just slicing and dicing the door. And it's going to be a 5-on-5 retake situation again. But now Take Flight, I mean, they don't really have anything to work with in terms of their inventory. But Bossy, doing what he does best, finds the head of one, but that is going to be it. And now making it a 3-on-4. And look at the HP from Flight. It's so low. 2 players in the red.
Almost dead with the weapons, regardless of what their HP is. Such a grueling round to be had in these first couple. Remember that full save? It's grubby, it's filthy, and Fizzy removing the players yet again. 2 rounds for Pick Me Up, picking more than just one. And even though it's early days, we haven't seen the buy yet, they're looking pretty on point and synchronized with their executions. So if that's going to continue, Take Flight, you better have a showstopper in your realm.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
No ultimate's going to be available for either team yet, but I mean now it will be Jet that is going to be having 4 frags right now, top of the game early on. And all Phantom's going to be for the defensive side to Take Flight, with just having the Vandal in Denya's hands. Being a little bit hesitating on these peaks. not really going for the contention yet because there is going to be picking up just on the other side of that long A wall. But look at this Has-B. Look at this positioning, already up into mid control, just inside a market. And Take Flight, they haven't really figured out what to do with this yet.
Picking up, just picking up some apples and bananas in markets, and off they go. So far, it's could be a bit of a punching arena here. A couple of punches thrown. They will survive though. The 4 versus 3 pick me up. Still the advantage on the attack and Take Flight. They've got to get chimed in here. They've got the full buy. This is what they've got to turn up.
Yeah, this Flight is looking a little bit bumpy right now for the squad. I mean, they might just want to try to see what they can find. If they don't pick up a frag here in any sort of a moment, they're going to probably just need to save these weapons. But they are close by, waiting things out. You can see Valorant is just looking to find that lurk and pick me up player. But now Shifty creeping his way through the A tower. 2 players right below him. That will be the recon dart that should be able to give some sort of information. Now Has does reply back, picking now a triple, leaving it just down to Shifty by himself. The Lone Ranger finds the head of 1, but now he needs to find the head of 2. Goes for the fake defuse, but now realize he's gonna have to hightail his way out of here because the location's been revealed with that dart. Look at it, it's just blinking right in front of him. But that's gonna be another round for Pick Me Up.
He's blinking like your phone indicator on your GPS. There he is, there he is. It's like, oh, I'm not here. He's trying to turn his phone off, and he's gonna manage to survive with the Phantom. That's probably something in Valorant I hadn't assessed or thought about properly before. When you get tagged, it's so annoying. It's so annoying to be tagged by Cypher or Sova. Like, I get so salty.
This goes here.
It's pretty much like having, you know, the location revealed. It's like a GPS. It's like turn left here and you'll be at your destination. You don't want to be that guy. You're just all over the mini map and they just know where to go, and it's pretty much an easy read. But it is the most frustrating thing, especially when you get caught with that Cypher cam. But I mean, that won't be the issue here for Denny. You can see he already took it down. Look at this, picking me up. 5 players close by, and Denya. Oh, he actually does win the first exchange, but Has able to find the knives to that. Denies any more play from him, but now Bossy comes up, and now he's giving his back to one of the players, and that's going to be Drac to take him down. So Take Flight already losing control of this site, but we'll see what they can do more. What do they have in store with the Shikos?
Semi-final candidates here. They have been in the past, so are they going to be able to contend this one? It is going to be the 4 versus 3. They're at the disadvantage, but Take Flight, they've got to soar into the site here as a team, but they seem a bit disjointed here. Not too sure if they're going for the push or if maybe they're just going for that save.
I mean, at this point, I mean, they might as well try to go for something, and Valorant actually does take down the head. Now, just only 1, but that's going to be Drac actually takes down for the quad. I mean, it was a, you know, a bit of a save round, but either way, still putting up numbers, still building that economy. And look at that. Money is just no problem here for the attackers. And Take Flight. Now they're going to be putting full investments. They have an op-out for Denya, but a Bulldog for Shifty. So we'll have to see what can they do. Denya needs to come alive. He's completely in the hot seat this round.
Your perfect rifle. It's the Valorant, also the Valorant, the Vandal or the Phantom. You don't really see a Bulldog being the first request or the first on the picking list for weapons. It will have to do though for Take Flight. They have been in those difficult situations where they do have the clutches, but at this moment, pick me up. They're picking up all the rounds. Individual performances, left, right, and centre. I think 3 to 5 frags across the team. Hard team to compete against, and Take Flight, finally, they're going to break things open and crack the egg. They've got the entry.
And that's what we need. That's what we need from Take Flight. They need to find that first exchange, especially on this defensive side. It just seems like Pick Me Up, they're kind of running through them. Talk about first class. I mean, they are way above that because, I mean, Take Flight, they're down 0-4, so they need to do something different in their plan. And Denya, he could be that difference maker. He could be the secret thing to the equation. We'll have to wait and see because now look at this Pick Me Up. They're getting ready to group up on this short A. But the Cyber Cage going to be blocking off his vision. He takes a little bit of damage, but will be Bossy close by to help him out also. But he goes for the wide swing, takes the 1, able to take 2, trying to find some more gold. He's just waiting patiently, but busy. Not able to find a body, but now we're going to be 2 players remaining. And this is a big round from Take Flight.
Harvesting all the roses. Bossy will be, and of course, get the 3K to finish things off. Triple, baby. I'm not Phoenix, but I'll do my best. 4-1's the score. Take Flight. You're breaking the goose egg open, slapping the 1 on the scoreboard. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, we're really pumping the tires for Bossy. I mean, and that was a big round for him, just actually playing with the curveball, finds the perfect opportunity for the one-on-one, and then goes for the second, which was the spike carrier. And that's a big round. Big statement from Take Flight, because it just looked like Pick Me Up was kind of running through this with really not much of an issue. But that was definitely a big round for them to hopefully make their way to come back on something. But now, Pick Me Up getting ready for a full push. But look at that double collateral. Denya connects a double with the off.
So you want to talk about, Laz, plain and simple, what makes a good round? That right there is the injured performance. But Bossy just pumping the tires of the other teammates. So I'll say, listen, if I can do it, you can do it too. Be the boss. And Denya being the boss with the Colite to break that round in half. What a start.
Talk about the start. I mean, I was saying, Denya, you're in the hot seat. You have the op. You need to do something big, and look at that. Takes down 2 bodies with them, almost making it a third. So now we'll be able to get a second chance at this. Falls back. The Cloudburst going to be blocking off the vision from Market. Still hanging out, still holding the ground. Not letting up on the fight yet. Pick Me Up. A little bit of hesitation. They push their way through up in mid, close to Market, but now actually decide to regroup and go up towards A short. So now, putting their eggs in this basket at the A site, creeping their way through the dark cover, blocking off their vision. There will be Valen just on the other side of the window. He has the paranoia ready to go. He's going to activate it, so it does make a bit of a connection. Pick Me Up. They're going to be stopped a little bit in their tracks, but now they're going to have to switch wide. But these are just going back, and Drak is going to be able to pick up now 2. Now a 1-on-3 situation. He's going to have to pull up a quad to take this round for them.
I think this is going to be the denial, and that's right, the plan not going to happen from the spike. But for Pick Me Up, their rotations off of a poor engagement that goes south is excellent, and I'm definitely taking a lot of notes here for the Ascent plays. We've seen the mid contention, we've seen Killjoy's lockdown as one approach for Ascent, but as we're seeing as in the current situation here, rotations have got those 4 rounds to Pick Me Up. Finally though, Take Flight, I think they're flying a bit ahead of their opponents. They got the read on that and saying, listen, you've been rotating a lot, we're going to anchor our sights, we're not going to over-rotate, and if that's the thing that Take Flight do, I think it could be a game changer.
We're talking about game. I mean, Denya finds that connection again. This is now the 3rd time in a row, putting that off into absolute work. But look at this Bossy using it to run it back, picks up a double. He gets at the corner of the wall, takes down Drak, and that's so impactful. Using the ult to its fullest abilities, and now Fizzy. He's got a tall order ahead of him, going to be able to pick up the spike, but they know Denya's close, but Fizzy gets that exchange, but Bossy replies back immediately with a triple, leaving it only down to Jaylee by himself. So we're going to have to see if they can find the Bossy. A quad kill in order.
Dear me. Bossy turning up here, 3K to 4K, I believe over a 3-round spread, maybe even a 2-round spread, and it's starting to get the guys and the girls that Take Flight, they're starting to get a bit pumped up. They're starting to get excited, and you can see it within the plays. You saw Denya's Colite, you saw the entry from Denya, switching things up, not being vanilla at all. It's Neapolitan ice cream only for Take Flight on this flight. So,
Right here.
if you want anything else, put in your request, but vanilla, it's off the menu.
Yeah, we're way past the vanilla recipe. I mean, we're talking like the rocky roads and things like that. I mean, Take Flight. Now picking up a few in a row. Denya's still holding it. Actually just missing that shot. Really close. That was a bit of a gamble on the timing, but very, very close indeed. And this is Pick Me Up's map pick too. So, I mean, maybe their stronger side is that defense, but they look like they were quite dominant on the attack. I mean, don't get me wrong, things can change, but Denya, not changing his plays, he's still able to be that nuisance against Pick Me Up.
So smooth. It's like melted butter on a hot knife watching Denya get those op shots. And left, right, and centre Shifty. Grab another one as well. Haven't seen too much of Shifty than Denya. Yes, please, and thanks. Doubling down, and a triple coming out from Shifty. So Shifty didn't see you. I see you. Laz sees you, and so does the spectators in the server as well. Excellent showing. It's 4-4.
Back to a tie game we go. I mean, like we were saying, Pick Me Up picked 4 in a row, and now Take Flight. There's a little bit of turbulence, a little bit of bumpiness, but now looks like it's starting to be a bit of a smooth flight for these guys because they've now made their way to a 4-4. Another gun round comes through from the Pick Me Up squad, and will have Haz with the operator in their hands also.
Cover going out.
Trying my best to keep eyes on Denny, even as potential cast, but Denny's all over the place. Hunter's Fury is going to be trying to breach and clear the round, start things off from Shifty. Leading off of that 3K from the previous round, not going to get anything done though. This position here, Alan, this could be magic.
Yeah, he actually does get the head of or the body of Fizzy, and that actually was a bit of a timing because Fizzy was actually about to use the Leer. As you can see, getting ready to rush up onto short. They were totally expecting that Cubby to be completely free with the drone being baited, and that's one of the things that you notice with the drone. You can use it as a decoy. That's exactly what we saw so far. But now Hunter's Fury going to be activated on the side. But look at this, Valen does take down one before he's going to fall. So it will be bossy to hold the fort. Going to be throwing the curveball, looking for another one to put in the body bag, but has going to be reversing that sweep. And now Shifty by himself gets the one. That's going to be the spike carrier, looking for the last, being patient for his teammates, but that's going to be Bude. Put that nail in that coffin and take flight. And now taking their flight to the lead.
They really, really are. And we've talked to premium gas in vehicles. If kerosene for planes, I know nothing about planes, this will show up here. Kerosene plus. The premium gas makes the jet go a bit faster, and for some reason they've been saving it for us. Take Flight, giving a bit of that false sense of security to pick me up and making the defense side look as it should. They've got the lead here, and Take Flight. This is the first game, sorry, the first time all game long. They've got a decent lead here, or a lead period.
This is becoming problematic for Pick Me Up because, I mean, again, like we were saying, there was 4 rounds in a row for their favor, but now Take Flight, I mean, they've pretty much had ease when they're picking up every single round. I mean, there hasn't been really anything too close that's been scary. But I mean, now for Pick Me Up, you want to try to get that round or the half lead if you can. I mean, it's still close, 5-4. We still got a few more to go before we switch things off. But right now, this is a good opportunity for Pick Me Up to kind of go over those quick adjustments. I mean, we're not expecting a big buy from them, but this allows them to plan to even potentially get the spike down, or just for their next plan on their gun attack.
Will, and time's ticking right now as we're just waiting for things to get going again. Do bear with us, thanks for your patience, and we'll give you the down low of kind of what's going on right now. This is the Valorant Sunday Showdown here for VCS. $1,000 on the line for a Sunday. It's actually, that's excellent, and a brilliant gift for one team, but it'll be a gift well deserved. These two teams fighting their way, trying to get it done. Pick Me Up and Take Flight. Take Flight, semi-finalists from last week in week 32. We're in week 33 right now, and Pick Me Up, they're trying to give them a run for the potential of them getting to that semi-finals again. They don't want it to happen.
And that's kind of the thing, like there's a lot more pressure for Take Flight because they are kind of the experienced team where they've, you know, reached the points, like the later points of the tournament and doing some serious damage in the scene. So they kind of have a reputation to hold on their own, and they've definitely been that up-and-coming team. Definitely been exciting to see them. But the freeze time's now over, and the action is finally commenced, and it will be Has to find the knives, but oh, it's going to be a double boost from both players, but they're not able to make anything work. That was jet-on-jet action. A little bit of a bumpy start from both teams, but now will be bound to hold things off onto the tree. But look at this Pick Me Up. They're just going to keep on pressing forward.
They are, and the scoreboard, the scorecard, you're talking of acrobatics from Jet, starting things off. It's going to continue. Picking up the double there from Has. Love it. That's how you use Jet on the Blade Storm.
Yeah, that Blade Storm really can just change the way. Oh, I mean, you see it. There's so much damage that can be done. Look at the Shifty trying to see what he can find, trying to put that X-ray to somewhat of his advantage, even though he can't see it. I mean, he looks like he's so close. And now the spike is down as a 4-on-3 Take Flight. 2 members grouping up onto the A rafters. Shifty and also going to be Denya close by. They might not expect him to be here. Then the Blade going to be activated on this side. So Denya finally takes down Has. That was the quad. And Fizzy finds the head of him. And or Pick Me Up, sorry. They've now found themselves around to tying things up.
Back and forth, back and forth. I don't know if it's just Ascent, lads, or if it's the teams that are entering the server. I think it is the teams. We've not seen such close matchups on Ascent. Usually there's one clear victor, and right now they're just in that sort of, it's like a 1,000-kilometer race, right? You're running, you're jogging, and you're saving that gas till the end. We've spoken about it in previous matchups, and right now, it's the question, are they going to be getting things done too early? Are they doing too many clutches from the get-go? Is there going to be any left for late game? Time to tell.
Yeah, this has been a really interesting day here at the Valorant Showdown 33. I mean, Ascent seems to be kind of that very close game that we've now. This is the second map that we've had. Ascent. Now, speaking of that, it will be Denya to Ascent his way away from that catwalk because he does take down the first player, putting the operator to work again.
Dare Denya. Really, the legend of the server right now, and worthy of the song. One player has been roofing Pick Me Up, and Denya, I've lost count of how many entries Denya's got. It's phenomenal.
I feel like he's honestly at this point where he's like at a over 90% success rate, just picking up those first exchanges, especially on the defensive side. I mean, you want to see that from the attack, but Denya has just been taking the fight to them, tooth and nail, and just finding those shots with the operator, which then kind of throws Pick Me Up in a bit of a guessing and kind of a unpredictable situation to be in, because now they've lost their Omen, which is kind of their smoke cover.
That is their smoke cover. That's super concerning for Pick Me Up. 30 seconds and begins. Half is starting
30
to
seconds
slug
left.
on. The players starting to slow down. You got a move by now. He's having no flare.
Oh, he was able to run away. The Valorant actually does take down Az, and now OBBU just holding the corner. Might not check this because they know Valorant's close. OBBU might be able to pick up this easy frag.
10
He finds
seconds
the back
left.
of Fizzy, but now that's going to be two more frags going in favor for Pick Me Up. The spike's getting planted right down to the edge of seconds, but they should have just enough time to go through. Both Denya and Bossy, what better players to be alive here for Take Flight, but now look at this. They're pushing through to run it back. He's going to be engaged, but not going to be able to pick up a frag. Jaylee to find the location of Denya. Get another opportunity here for Take Flight. They're going to both group up, hold hands, see what they can find on the stairwell. Singularity going to be taking down Denya. So now, Bossy, it's all down to you, but it will not matter as a quad kill comes alive here for Pick Me Up.
Stylish
Last
frag
round
there
in the
from
half.
Singularity, and you're right, the buddy system was in play there. Take Flight doing everything right, but just not able to get it done, and outclassed there by Singularity. Well played.
And that was a perfect utility usage from Bossy. I mean, he used the run it back, pushed on through, was trying to get that information cleared. Yeah, curveball, had the right execution, just not able to get a frag, which typically obviously you want, but he had the information. But Singularity, that was a quad kill. Been a little bit quiet from Singularity on this game so far, but that now puts him to a 6-6. But look at this, now gonna be a full-on push, and Fizzy does take him down, and Bossy actually doesn't expect that quick play for them. So now they're gonna get this A site for free, and it's a long retake here for Take Flight.
Take Flight by name and nature.
Spike
Finally,
planted.
get momentum straight out the gates. They've had a lot of slow plays that have worked in their favour. This time, though, they're going to go for that hella aggro play. They've got some casualties, though. They've got some casualties as a consequence.
Yeah, Take Flight has completely taken all the casualties so far. Look at this. They haven't even been able to do any damage, any frags against these attackers, leaving it just down to Shifty. And also Denya. Denya does have the operator. We've seen it do to damage, but now it's going to have to even do more. Last round of that first half, and Shifty not able to find even one. So 1-on-5, this is an ace putt for Denya to do something big, but that's going to be Haz to solidify their lead 7-5. Pick Me Up, they respawn back in a 2-round
Switching
lead.
sides.
If you're a fan of either side, it's pretty easy to say right now, this is going to be right down to the wire. I think we're going to be going down to that match point, sorry, the 12-11, the 12-10 kind of deal. And that's what makes this for such a good watch here at VCS. Hopefully you have a good time, couple of points myself, and I am joining Laz here on the VCS casting and analyst desk. We do a bit of both, a little bit of this, bit of column A, bit of column B.
Back to the second half, and I mean, with the last match here for us, going to be here on the desk. Both Laz and Cup of Frag, and the time is now finally ticked to the last point. So Take Flight going to go on that attacking side, Pick Me Up now, switching things off to that defense. This is their map pick, so let's see what they have in plan for their defense. And RDB losing their first arena player, now Haz trying to find and get a little bit of an action, but actually taking significant damage back. But Drac able to find one with Singularity, able to find another. So two big players from Take Flight have fallen, making it now a third. And we're going to have to see something come alive, but Valen comes up with a triple. What on earth is going on?
He's turned this into a doable round, and he's lit. He's really, really lit. Lit AF, as some may say. Is that going to be
Cover going out.
factor to get him out of this round? Aim's been on point, taken a lick of damage, and more than that, he's oozing blood. One left. This is for the ace as well, lads. So Let's check it. What did he do?
Oh man, Valen was definitely expecting them to be, you know, playing a bit more split away from each other, not just doing the buddy system, the right read. And like you said, it was going to be that ace clutch for him. But a valiant effort, but not the fullest maximum effort we needed. He does fall. And that is a bit of a, you know, interesting round considering how things went. And I mean, it came just down to the individual play.
That goes there. Yes, this should do.
What's to come from round number 2?
This
The
is a
tale
nice
of
one.
competitive 5v5 FPS is not CSGO, so that pistol round does not really determine as much as we'd like to think it would. Things have changed, but bets are still being made. Good play here from Fizzy. Aggro play through the hot hands. What an aggro play. I wouldn't expect any of that to be happening so often.
I really like that play from Fizzy because he was able to use the dismiss and actually just run away completely, being intangible, so not being able to get hit, and then was able to reposition themselves. So look at this, Take Flight still have all 5 members remaining. It is just 3 remaining for Take Flight. Still, the spike is in possession for the Omen, but I mean, they're not putting a lot of investment into this round. They're just hoping to find something. Take down a body or two, maybe get the spike down, but at this point, Has holding it with the Marshall, trying to make even more, does the damage. And Fizzy should be able to clean this last frag up.
Has landed a really sick no-scope. I don't know if you caught that just at the beginning there. It was filthy. Continuing things with a good angle there. Support, cover fire, and Fizzy with the triple. So, turning this into, I don't want to say a sweep, but Take Flight. They don't particularly seem to have a full answer. They have a partial answer. It's like, what would you like for dinner? I'd like chips, and they don't have the full answer of the whole meal. They've got some of it, but they're missing the protein. And right now, I hope their brains are ticking. They need to get some kind of plan, think outside the box.
And this is kind of that round that we might see. I mean, this is a bit of a, you know, big purchase that we're seeing from both teams. I mean, there's still Marshals and a couple Spectres, things like that, but money is being spent. So, Take Flight. They need to pick up this round so that they can get that money starting to build up on their attacking side. Going to be grouped up towards A, and it actually does look like a full investment from them. And even Drake is going to be hit with paranoia, so he's actually going to creep through, just spamming away, but not able to find anybody as the door is going to close right behind him. And now that site is full possession for Take Flight. They've signed a mortgage, and now it's there for the time being.
Into their hands, and the debt collectors may be on their way. Maybe something wasn't cleared up in the accounting department. The Ares, poised on heaven, coming here for the retake and pick me up. It's a 5 versus 4. Surely this is Take Flight's round.
This is the difficult spot. I mean, all 3 players are really close by, so they're trying to have that trade system. They're trying to figure out something. The Bossy picks up the 1, but Shifty not able to make it work. And look at this. All of a sudden, Has picks up a double. Has picks up a 3, puts the knives. The blaze goes through work. Oh my goodness! He's not able to get the knives swinging, and Bossy, he punishes him for it with a quad.
Bossy, familiar territory. I can clutch. Yes, I can. Check, mate. Pick up the 4K. Good effort there from the Jet plays, though, from the pick-me-up camp. What a move.
Just completely clinical. I mean, Bossy, I mean, we were kind of pumping the tires. I've said this now again. Bossy is that player to watch. Same with Denya, but Bossy showing up why. That was a quad. The clutch also. I mean, Has had that in the bag. It was going either way. I mean, you could see the draft was there. The push through, the knives just didn't get swung right within that second.
It seemed like a 0.5 second of, should I knife him? Should I? It was the sort of passing thought, and those kind of passing thoughts, those could be round changes. 9-6 to score, pick me up, still in the lead. Is that going to be a round to change the game?
We need to see these players, you know, start putting this game into their hands. I mean, there was Bossy, and now even Drax going to be throwing the smoke, but Denya finds the right when it dissipates. A little bit of a peekaboo right here, and now look at this. Has actually finds the head of Bossy, gets the retaliation from the previous round, but he's able to fall back and Take Flight. They're completely stuck in the mud right now on short A. They don't really have anything to work with unless one of these pick-me-up players peeks a bit too wide.
They are a bit of a straitjacket, aren't they? And they're forced in that round in the hard place. They've got to do something in a really unforgiving area at mid. 40 seconds. They don't really seem to have an inkling of a plan. Valorant checking out sight and getting an inkling of what's going on.
Now they actually do
30 seconds
claw,
left.
so is Jaylee trying to find the spam, but not able to do much more than a little bit of damage. Spike going to be planted from Shifty. The camera plays from
Spike
Viewed.
planted.
So now a 4-on-4 retake situation. Pick me up. They're completely grouped up, and even the Jet is going to be going for the big flank and B main, but the Cypher flight that is Viewed finds the head of Haz. So now should be able to pick up his weapon, a little bit of the reward for that frag. Camera going to be taken down. Fizzy pushing on through. He knows that one of the players is here, but this is good because now he can be that distraction. And this is just burning the clock here for the defense to get that defuse.
And 2 players in the hunt for defuse as well, so they're desperate. They're hit and hoping, swinging from the hip, and it's not working at all. Hip fire does not suffice. It will
enemy remaining.
right through,
One
picking
enemy
up another
remaining.
with a 3K. Cypher and Cypher, who's got the bigger brain, the new theft, coming through with a 4K from Butte. And that was a 4K apiece potential for both of the Cyphers. The better Cypher is gonna survive.
Beard single-handedly saved his team that round. I mean, that was a quad kill, did all the work correctly, picked up that frag on the flank, was that distraction, and then got the diffuser right down to it. I mean, pick me up. They were coming in swinging, and I mean, we're talking heavyweight division. These guys were just knocking each other out, and I mean, it came down to that Cypher on Cypher. But oh my word, I mean, we need to see something a little bit different from Take Flight because, I mean, they're doing the rounds, but it's coming down to individual performances right now.
Brock Lesnar like, windmilling through. That's what that felt like in that round. The 4K and sort of dragging the players out of sight is a talent, is a skill, and that skill is gonna get it all done there. I'm shocked, speechless. That was a great round.
Looks like the attackers have gotten that site, and Haz does take down Bossy, and Haz has really had Bossy's number this
Spike
game.
planted.
Busy trying to see what he can find with the Sheriff. View does take down Singularity, so 4-on-3 situation. Spike will be planted. Fizzy waiting to use the Leer, waiting to go for that peak, but now both players can take flight. They can reposition themselves underneath, and View finds another. That's going to be a double.
One player
Now
remaining.
being just one player. Look at this, Kappa.
Look at the damage though. Take Flight, they've got 2 plays, they're one-taps. They're literally one-taps, and if that be even in the shin, even in the arm, in the ear, it doesn't matter at all. This is something trying to do Speedy, and Speedy is going to be how he's removed from this server. 9-8 is the score. Take Flight, they're still soaring at a steady altitude. They need to get up into some high altitude soon though.
I mean, Take Flight. I mean, they're
goes
kind of
here.
deflating the defense a little bit here because it just, you see that they get these openings, they find it a little bit at the right time, they take some damage with them, and like you said, there's multiple players in that squad that you could literally just breathe on them and they shouldn't be falling over. So I mean, it's not pretty. I mean, it's tooth and nail, but I mean, they're climbing their way back. They're only 1 round away from tying things up, and now Haz gonna be putting an op out. Is that gonna be the secret ingredient for them to pick up more rounds? Because right now we need to see something different from them.
That's the Denya play, isn't it? We saw Denya dominating from Catwalk with the up in the first half. This half, though, not really too much off action to be spoken. If that's to come later, we will find out. But right now, present time, the storm into sight, they've got to be bomb site. There's not much attention, lads. We spoke of this. It's happening again.
Spike planted.
Seems to be the common trend here today. I mean, it just seems like giving up sites for free, and let's just have 5-on-5 retake situations. No damage. I mean, a little bit of damage against Pick Me Up, but finally Fizzy finds that first person to take down. Going to be using the ultimate. We're now going to be taking down just a little bit of information, spots some of the players, and now Boss is going to reposition himself, but he will fall. And now Pick Me Up, they look like they started to pick this up because all 5 players are remaining. Only this leaving it down to 1, but it will not be 1 as Pick Me Up hit that double digit.
They're definitely moving as one, lads. You talk about a firing squad, you talk about, a firing team with a firing squad with the buddy system all across the board. So for the players you're looking at there, 3 players you can see slightly ahead in the frag department for Pick Me Up, or for Take Flight, I should say, but we need to see everyone chipping in just as much as the other. If that's to happen, I think we've got a game here. But right now, a few players being relied on for those clutches. It's sketchy rounds to say the least.
I mean, it really is, and I mean, it's hard to say because I mean, Pick Me Up, like, they have these rounds where they do the right things and they push at the right times and they have these perfect, you know, hits, and then we see the difference on the other side, like they have these other perfect executions. So really, the 2-round difference is just, it's not doing it justice. It's really close.
super close, clutches every single round, and if that's going to be the case, you're running low. You talk to gas, you talk of Red Bull, whatever it is, the energy's going to start depleting. Busy, starting things off, and getting it off with a start, and chiming in is going to be Drakenall. So that's 2 frags, and take Flyte. They're at disadvantage again.
Yeah, already losing a lot of members, already losing a significant amount of HP. So they're going to have to push through market, but look at this Drak. On the other side of the smoke, he's able to get 1, able to get 2. No, Denya. The Spectre to work. Okay, they could get this spike down potentially, but Singularity hanging out in the back of the boathouse, just
So
looking at the
cheeky.
view. Look at this. Oh, that trigger discipline is so
come on.
big. Picking up double denies any sort of income gained from Take Flight.
Best trigger discipline I think potentially we've seen all game long from that. He could have messed that up. That could have gone sideways so quickly in so many different ways. You 2 versus 1, you've got to have bottle. You've got to be so calm and collected.
Gotta stay cool, calm, and collected, and now Pick Me Up, keeping their lead going just barely. They're not out of the woods yet, but they're getting closer to being at that end point. Take Flight. I think they have enough money on the board for this round, but it has playing very aggressive, only finds the 1, so that's a good start for them already. And I was saying that the operator, can that be the secret ingredient? And so far, it looks like it is being that ingredient on the defensive side.
Denya is still available on the opposite side though, so if that could happen, Denya could turn on that Jet playstyle for the second half. Maybe we could have a game on our hands. Fizzy just hanging out in gardens. Here's a Stampede coming through. Surely the call-out's got to be coming.
Spike is now getting finally planted from Take Flight. They push their way through, so now it's going to be about, again, the post-line situation, but Hunter's Fury going to be activated here from Pick Me Up. Doesn't get into
Spike
any
planted.
work. Denya finds Jaylee, so now still holding ground in the middle of the site, playing a very aggressive angle, very tight angle.
player
Dude finds the
remaining.
1, finds
What?
the 2.
I know
Making it the McDouble, and now just leaving it to Singularity by himself.
That's a double like a Mac, mate. There's the fixes on top of that as well. Singularity. Big plays needed, and it's not going to happen. Take Flight. Denya made that entry. You talked of an off angle with the off. So exposed and no risk reward. They're going to grab the reward though.
And like I said, I mean, Pick Me Up, they're not out of the woods yet. I mean, they're still, you know, being scavengers. They're still figuring out their way to get to that end point. And it's been a bit bumpy, but they're getting close. They're only 2 rounds away from taking this map. But Take Flight, they seem to be responding back when they need to. And right now, I mean, money is on the board again. Denya does have the op, no op on the other side here for the other squad. And Denya
Cover going
definitely
out.
being the difference maker, the big playmaker. It's just a complete firefight right now.
It has been a firefight, hasn't it? Guns are blazing, people firing anything they can. It's not always ADS, it's anything they can hit. And right now, you gotta hit those. Nothing needs to be missed, nothing should be missed. You've been practicing for this moment. It is an Angel-centric map, and Drak is gonna double down.
Another double coming through, and Drak will take him down, and leaving it just the 3 players remaining here for Take Flight. The Spike still in possession, which will be Shifty, the designated planter.
Spike
He
planted.
is holding the tight angle. In this tight angle, it's a good position if you can hold it, but I mean, players do typically check, but Denya finds 1, now making it a 3-3. Shifty takes down Jaylee, so creeping their way through, and the HP of the Omen from Pick Me Up is low. Dude's still waiting patiently. He's getting a little bit
player
cheeky. He
remaining.
wants to see what he can find. Look at this Jet right in the cloudburst. Fizzy knows he's going to be able to find it, but Denya's not able to make that connection. It is just down to Fizzy on a 1-on-2. Does he go for this? I mean, he's got a little bit of time, but he needs action right now.
I wonder where the money is for Pick Me Up, because there was an operator just hanging in main. Hanging in B main. If that was something that could be snagged and put into next round, that's a thought that could be a game changer. Right now, what's happening with the money there? They're going to have a straggly buy. See, in fact, we do see the 6k Telelight available. So we're looking on the sides of Take Flight versus Pick Me Up. The money right now has B in the gang. They're broke boys. Nothing to be said.
Here.
Oh, this is a problem. I mean, we've seen teams take rounds away when they don't have really the best terms of weapons, but I mean, again, it just makes that task even more of a big one. Feud is going to
Camera
push on
taken
through,
out.
keep on trucking. I mean, pick me up. They're playing a little bit different, playing a little bit more aggressive towards that main, whereas take flight. This is a good boost from Denya, getting a lot of the high ground, a lot of information in the terms that he knows none of the players are playing close market. He knows that nobody's in the back of defender side spawn to be spotting things out. And I mean, it's just a good position because he can now look at the catwalk and look at the spikes already advancing its way towards the B main.
Singularity, poised, prepared. I'm going to judge it. I'm going to judge it real good. The judge to the dome, only taking one though. Valen charming back in, puts it to the 4 versus 4. Things are going to start to heat up real quick.
Things are cooking. The spice is now brewing. Denya taking out the other jet of Haz. So now they will be pushing their way into the site. Spike should be planted from Shifty once more, which I believe is
Spike
planted in the back
planted.
right corner of the site. So a typical position, more of the default spot, if you will, a little bit more open. Even Shifty going to be using the drone, getting a bunch of information that the 2 players are still in the defender side spawn. But Bossy caught with the curveball out again. This has happened multiple times. And now this is just Spawn pushing through. And Shifty pulling up one frag, puts the recon bolt, but I don't think he's got that information. Now making it the 2-2. It's really just coming once again right down to the wire, but Valen finds it, and Valen finds another.
That is going to put us to 11-11. You say 11-11, make a wish for the time. Well, I think that's going to be pick me up or take flight. I wish to win, and we both deserve to win. Look at all those frags across the board. Everyone is on double figures plus. There are no potatoes in this server, ladies and gentlemen, for BCS. Pure
I know
talent
my tags.
and proving it here on the dance floor and ascent in the game arena.
That goes there.
I mean, like we said, this is the Pick Me Up's map. I mean, this is the map that they decided that they wanted, but take flight. They're that up-and-coming team. They're the big threat. They're the ones that have made some big statements here at the VSS. Definitely trying to find more statements, but Denya, the duelist, putting that duel to his favor again, winning the exchanges for take flight, and that's what they need.
Denya fires fuel filler Red Bull, and what a nuisance. A troublemaker causing all the trouble as they try and cause some issues on a site. It's like that kid that's out after dark in your neighborhood, making all the noise, setting off car alarms. Like, just leave it alone. And Denya isn't leaving it alone. Denya isn't stopping the press and pick me up. They can't handle it.
I mean, look at this now. I mean, take flight, going back, grouping up, getting ready for potentially a B hit. Singularity going to be using the drone, getting a little bit of intel, only spotting the 1 player, so they don't know that it's a full commit yet. They're going to be stuck with the recon bolt inside. Bossy going to be using his ult to run it back, trying once more. But Jaylee, that's everything you want. That's a double kill. That just slows down the
Spike
aggression.
planted.
So the spike does get planted still, but now it's an equalized situation. 3-3. It's 11-11, Kappa.
11-11, 3-3, so many unison numbers. What's it going to be? Who's Mount and who's Bab? Denya. One frag, needs to pick up 2, grabs 1, got the triple, needs the quad for this, and it's not going to be. The attackers are going to get it done, take flight. They're on match points. Pick me up. You've
Match
got to pick
point.
this one up to stay in the game. No choice.
Denya is just firing on all cylinders. I mean, the triple with the op, holding down B main, taking them apart. 1 by 1 by 1, and now dropping a 20. This is now putting themselves on match point. Pick me up, everything on the line for them as well as take flight. If pick me up can take this round, we're going to overtime. But if take flight can pull this last round through, they will take this best of 1 game. We are in the group stages, but boy, you just need to take this victory.
You do need to take this victory, and you take it early to get that ego boost, the moral boost, and just stroke that ego, say, hey, it's all right, we're going to do well this game, and this entire tournament, period, for the series that you're seeing. 2 Jets, lads. Jets, the only players in the server right now that are over 20 frags plus, and with that in mind, Valen, looking to chime in, looking to catch up.
Oh, and Valen actually does still find Haz, even though he missed the paranoia, and now pick me up. They've lost 3 members. This could be it. Take flight. I mean, now they're going to get the spike planted,
Spike planted.
leaving 2 members remaining, Singularity and also his Cypher teammate close by, but they need to now pick up 5 frags to push themselves to overtime. But spotting just the back of Denya takes him down,
One
finds
enemy
another.
remaining.
What on earth? But that's not going to matter.
Attackers
It's with
win.
complete fireworks. Take flight are going to take this best of 1.
That was the back and forth saga, the dilemma for the Valorant Sunday Showdown here at VCS. We talked of Take Flight. We spoke of a semi-final appearance in Week 32. For Week 33, they're well on their way to a potential other appearance.
Yeah, congratulations to Take Flight. I mean, what an incredible game. I mean, Pick Me Up, that was their map pick. They showed why it was their map pick. I mean, Take Flight, they were definitely taking the fight, these guys, because I mean, it was not an easy victory. But hats off to them because I mean, like I said, they are that up and coming team that's doing some big things. But it's going to be a long road for them too because we saw how much they got tested here on Ascent.
We've seen a lot of teams there. You've seen teams that potential been the final from last week in the previous map there when we were working, going through the names, and so many unique names. But either way, lots of talent in the rosters, and the talent in the roster today is going to be Denya, the biggest MVP, Op City everywhere.
No surprise at all. I mean, I feel like I was kind of like the Denya and Bossy fan, like big fanboy, because I mean, really, that's all I could talk about. But when you're that Jet and you have that operator, you're just picking them apart like that. You're doing your job to the fullest abilities. And Denya being the combat score of 236, getting MVP completely makes sense. I definitely agree with that MVP award entirely. No question.
Jet's an agent growing on us as well, and you can see it from the players that are using it. 20 frags with that 236, and Hasby obviously 21 frags with a Jet. So if not using Jet, maybe it's time, perhaps. And that ever-evolving story and the narrative in Valorant, keep a track in it because things change patch to patch. Bear that in mind. With all that being said, you've seen big frames today. You've seen the likes of the matchup we were just in with Pick Me Up as well. So many different varieties and players that we've seen, and hopefully some big players for the future if these teams are to be back in the next series as well.
Yeah, and in saying that, that is going to be the end here for both Cup of Frag and I on the table on the caster side. So we'll be passing it off to the gorgeous, both handsome boys, both Dilly and of course Choice. And thank you so much again for having us here today. And I hope everybody did enjoy the show and plenty more matches to go. I mean, if this is the way that today is going to go, I mean, this is probably going to be one of the best VSSs we've had so far.
We're in group stages, man. We are just scratching at the surface. And for us, I felt like I've just cast a final. We've said this a couple of times here. I've only cast a VCS twice, but so intense, so many frags to be seen. Enjoy the rest of the day today. Good luck to all the teams remaining. And until next time, we're out.